I went to undergrad at UNC Chapel Hill, did international studies and environmental studies, and did a lot of Frisbee, and Frisbee turned into my job. Yes, so in school I did a lot of coaching with Ultimate Frisbee, and so that was a kind of related experience that I had. And then I also helped organize the first overnight Ultimate Frisbee camp that happened at UNC. But then also I had done a lot of international work experiences, and so during the summers I had gone down to Central America and did some teaching English and some volunteer work, and that's where I think I kind of got my passion for doing service-based work and nonprofit-based work. If the Frisbee job hadn't come up, then I probably would have gone back down to Central America and done some more service work, but then the fact that I was able to connect my passion with Ultimate Frisbee with a nonprofit and the community that I'd grown up in, it was kind of a no-brainer to be able to try to make this into my career. So Triangle Ultimate is a local nonprofit in the area that organizes adult and youth Ultimate Frisbee. And so we really think about ourselves as an organization that builds community through the sport. And so we do adult and youth programs year-round, pretty much anything and everything you could think a sport organization might do. So that's summer camps, leagues, corporate leagues, school-based leagues, all of that. And so my role as executive director is trying to figure out what programs to run, how the programs kind of fit together, and just make the whole thing move forward and grow. There was not this position when I was growing up, and so I don't think that I even knew that a career in Ultimate Frisbee was possible when I was growing up, but I think I knew probably since high school that I wanted to be in a service-based type of career, or a career where I was getting to work with a lot of people, and I think that kind of community aspect of things, whether that was abroad, working in an organization that worked in a community, or just any type of community-based work, was definitely interesting to me. But I had no idea that Ultimate Frisbee was going to be an opportunity, and then it popped up, and I was able to have fortunate timing where right when I was graduating college, the first full-time job opened up with Triangle Ultimate, and the rest has been history. Any and every opportunity that you have to meet people and build those connections, even if you don't know how those connections may be helpful to you right now, they will, down the road, those can be connections that will, things that you didn't even expect can be helpful. And so those are things where there are relationships that I have kind of from growing up in the area through Quaker Meeting maybe, that I've then reached out to start a program at Raleigh Parks and Rec or something like that. And so those relationships, even if they aren't going to directly serve you right in the moment, I think there are chances in the future that they can help kind of further your career. Or the other thing that has been really helpful is having those relationships, just building a network that can lead to other opportunities. So even if that person isn't directly going to be helping you get your next job, they might be able to introduce you to the person who is in a related career field or things like that. And so I think that kind of network power of just building your kind of close circle and then having that circle expand to the next circle of people. And that's something where, for me, it's been helpful because I've been around here for my entire life. And so I've had a lot of time to build up those kind of circles and those connections. But I think that's something that in any type of scenario, and even if I go to some other place in the US or even internationally, then those kind of networks are networks that I would leverage to get to meet people in those new areas. That's something I think about a lot because I have only had this one career or this one job, but I think I've been able to wear a lot of hats in the job that I've had. So in terms of nonprofit work, I've been the fundraiser, I've been the program director, I've been the operations person, and so thinking through all of those experiences, I think I've been able to touch on a lot of things, but I think the biggest part of it has been the people skills in terms of that relationship building and trust building, both with people that I've worked with for long times as well as new people that I meet, and being able to quickly build rapport and figure out where we'll be able to collaborate and work together, what things the other person might need to know or have for them to succeed. And I think those kind of people skills in whatever type of role, even if it's a very different type of role in another organization, are the kind of baseline skills that are needed to succeed, especially in a nonprofit field or in a community-centered field where we're not looking for people with hard math skills or hard engineering skills like that. It's a lot of soft skills, and a lot of those skills are really based on your people skills and your networking skills and being able to kind of manage those relationships and communicate effectively. And so I think that's something that I hope would allow me to succeed in something else. I would say being open to possibilities and not necessarily only having kind of one trajectory in mind, and thinking about kind of moving in a specific direction is good, but not necessarily with just kind of it has to be X, Y, or Z. I think that was for me moving in this direction kind of through high school and college of community-based work was still maybe a vague enough direction that it was open to being able to take advantage of any type of opportunities that might come my way. And being able to personally connect that direction to your passion or your kind of reason that you want to do that. And so I think having that kind of direction, even if it's not a concrete skill or a concrete career that you know exactly what you want to do, having that direction allows other people to clearly understand where you might want to go, and they could present you with opportunities that you didn't even think you might be interested in, but because other people can easily understand the direction that you want to go in life, then they can help kind of align things around you to make that happen.